Sum number 7 is on 1st April 2018, Shubha started her business with a capital of rupees 1,20,000. So this rupees 1,20,000 is nothing but the opening capital. She did not maintain proper books of accounts. Following particulars are available from her books as on 31/3/2019. So they have given you a set of items which relates to 31/3/2019. Further in the sum, they have said that during the year she withdrew 30,000 for her personal use. So this 30,000 is nothing but drawings. She introduced further capital of 40,000, nothing but additional capital introduced during the year is 40,000. Calculate her profit or loss. So when they ask you to calculate profit or loss, you must think about the statement of profit or loss. So what all do you need in a statement of profit or loss? You need closing capital, drawings, additional capital and opening capital to do the sum. So in this sum we have drawings, additional capital and opening capital, whereas closing capital is missing. So we have to open a statement of affairs and find out the closing capital as on 31/3/2019. So as I told you, statement of affairs is nothing but a balance sheet, a form of a balance sheet with the liabilities and the assets. So let's go through the liabilities first and then I will cover up the assets, as the entire page cannot be covered in this particular video. So bank overdraft, when they say cash at bank, that means it is an asset, whereas when they say bank overdraft, it is going to be a liability. So our first liability is going to be bank overdraft. So bank overdraft is rupees 50,000. Next is gonna be creditors, which is given. So creditors is a liability, 90,000. And the last liability is going to be bills payable. Other than these three, the others are assets. So bills payable is rupees 2,40,000. 2,40,000. Next, let's cover up our assets. So if you go to the asset side, the first one is going to be debtors. So debtors are rupees 1,80,000. Next is going to be bills receivable. So bills receivable rupees 70,000. Next is computer. Computer is an asset, which is 30,000. Next is machinery. Machinery is 3 lakhs. The next one is stock in trade. Stock in trade is nothing but a stock. So stock in trade is 1,60,000. Then lastly is cash in hand. So cash in hand is rupees 60,000. Now our next step is going to be add up the liability side and add up the asset side. So when I add up the asset side, I get a total of 8 lakhs, whereas my liability side sums up only to 3,80,000. So first I give the grand total, that is the highest amount or the greatest value, that is 8 lakhs. So I write that 8 lakhs on both sides of my assets and my liabilities in the same line. After I do so, I am going to subtract this 8 lakh with a lesser value. So my lesser side is my liability side. So liability side, I get 3,80,000. So 8 lakh minus 3,80,000 is an answer of 4,20,000, which is going to be the capital for this particular sum. So the capital or the balancing figure. So our sum doesn't end up with this alone. We have to also find the profit or loss earned by Miss Shubha, right? So we are going to start a statement of profit or loss. First I'll write down the format and then substitute the figures. So let's calculate the profit or loss for Ms. Shubha. So the first thing is closing capital. So the closing capital has to be taken from the statement of affairs which we have prepared, that is 4,20,000. So let's write 4,20,000 for closing capital. The other items are given in the sum. So the drawings which she has withdrawn is 30,000. Next, she introduced additional capital of 40,000. And her opening capital in the first line is 1,20,000. So I filled up the figures given in the problem and the figure which we found out. So next we are going to do the mathematical calculation. So 4,20,000 plus 30,000 makes 4,50,000. Next 4,50,000 minus subtraction. Minus 40,000 is 4,10,000. Next 4,10,000 minus 1,20,000 is 2,90,000. So that is gonna be my profit for Ms. Shubha. Why I determined it as a profit? Because my adjusted capital is greater than my opening capital. Therefore it is a profit. I can directly do 4,10,000 minus 1,20,000 without any difficulty. So it becomes a profit.